Welcome back to another Parramatta Career Mode series video, and in today's game we are back with the Rugby League World Cup, where we will be taking on the New Zealand Kiwis in what should be our toughest test to date in this Rugby League World Cup. So as you can see, our lineup hasn't changed at all. I won't be changing it for the remainder of the competition. Like I said earlier, or in earlier vids, the selection pool for the team isn't that great. As we take a look at the Kiwis here, a pretty decent team, some weird selections. We got Goodwin back, Pereira on the wing, Chanel Harris-Tavita in the halves, Jaden Sewer in the back row joining Taumalolo, and another Tongan international on the bench in Siwa Taukeaho. The next career mode series I do, hopefully those bugs will be sorted. I've been trying a few fixes that I found on the forum, and there hasn't been any hiccups in this test season offline. So we jump into the match here, and it's going to be Jordan Rapana with the footwork, making it close to our 20. On the first tackle, as the Kiwis shift it to the middle of the field, and it's going to be Jaden Sewer, who will cross for the first try of the game. As Goodwin, as you'd expect, will convert from right in front. I think Goodwin's coming back next season, is he not? I think I heard somewhere that Goodwin will be coming back to the Rabbitohs. Super underrated in my opinion. As Patrick Alfusi gets hammered on halfway, we're going to shift it to the short side. Taufua through the line, pops a chip over the top for Connie, and Harrell will get pulled down. He just didn't have the gas to get away from the scrambling defense of the Kiwis, as we cough it up on the last after a pretty decent set, a miserable end to it. And it's going to be the Kiwis this time, who for some reason try shifting it down the sideline, and they will get driven into touch as we get the scrum feed around 20 meters out, I believe. So inside the 20, it's going to be Ofa Hingawe at the back, sending it to Langi linking up with Hingano, and we're just going to crab across field here and pass it off to Mahe Whanua, who will score the first try of the game. A pretty cheesy try, but we'll take the 4 points as we try converting from the sideline, as we fail to convert the 4 into 6. 25 minutes in, back with the Kiwis in attack as they shift it towards the left side of the field. It gets intercepted by Whanua, and Whanua cops a big hit for it. As David Fafita finds space around the ruck. We've got an inside ball play set up to the right, and it's going to be Feki who gets driven backwards in the tackle. Solid defense so far from the Kiwis. As Langi looks to send Harrell through, but once again he just doesn't have the pace to break through gaps, or to burst through gaps. We're still going to continue to shift down the left though, and it will be George Taufua scoring our second try of the game. A pretty simple try. We had the overlap, and thankfully the passes were on point as we further extend the lead 10 points to 6.
He says, fellas, take a break, it's half time. The Kiwis trailing at the break. Can they turn things around in the second half?
A very good half. Both coaches will be wanting their players.
It was a pretty decent half for footy. Our tries, although they were a little opportunistic, I think our attack in the red zone overall has been pretty good. As the Kiwis try to run it back to our line through Jesse Bromwich, who gets an offload away to Martin Tapau, and he's going to get pulled down 25 meters out. With a quick play the ball, and running onto it was Taumalolo as he links up with Jaden Sewer. Sewer over the line, throws it back to Taumalolo, and we're able to stop the try here. So all he had to do was ground the ball, but the computer, with the brain explosion there, passing it back to Taumalolo, unsuccessfully grounds it. And it's going to be the Kiwis with 2 tackles remaining, trying to get over the line once again, as Sewer gets tackled like 3 meters away from the try line. On the last, they go to foreign on the toe, and we defend the play perfectly there with Ata Hingano. As we struggle to make our way out of our half, it's going to be Samsoni Langi with the huge boot downfield, finding the corner, and it will be a 40-20. I wasn't expecting him to kick it that far downfield, but he does have a 60, I think an under 70 rating. I was checking earlier. But yeah, that was a huge kick by the low-rated S1E37 as we almost execute a perfect switch play. It was a try-saving ankle tap that stopped Pat Politoni, or Pat Kalfusi, sorry. As we literally need to fall over the line at this point. It was so close to the try line. And it's going to be David Fafita who does exactly that, as they send it up to review the grounding. And as you can see, Dave Fafita with that little drop down. Another cheesy try, but we're literally over the line already. As we finally get the green lights, we're going to further extend our lead to 14 points, soon to be 16, thanks to the boot of Ata Hingano. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse for the underperforming Kiwis, we are back in attack with roughly 2 minutes remaining in the match. We're going to try the cutout ball play as we send it to Harrell, finally bursting through that gap. He gets it out to Taufua, who will get run down, but backing up on the inside is Conrad Harrell, who will score the final try of the match. Ata Hingano with a miss to end things here, but we do defeat the Kiwis in the final pool stage, 20 points to 6. And honestly, we look pretty much set to take on Australia if we are to meet them in the final. I don't want to get too ahead of myself there, but things are looking good for us here as we enter the quarterfinals with a victory over New Zealand. As always, if you made it this far into the video, hit up that comment section with a hashtag OddSquad. Sure to charge that like button for more rugby league content or more content in general. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.
Hit back to back like I'm Jordan, and cut that beat like I'm Rec Flip Heat with that wrist whip back like I'm Gordon. Still take shots just fine with no steel. Got buckets loaded with Jack and no Jill, and if they pop back like Ed and Eddie, I still make sure that